So, y'all don't have to answer this because all of y'all are married. I'm the one that's not married. So I'll ask y'all, do you love your partner, but do you hate sleeping with them?
All right, this is a common problem that can lead to divorce, sleep divorce.
We'll make that clear. Dr. Viviana Coles with Houston Relationship Therapy, though, is here to help save the day.
Yes,
welcome. Thanks for being here.
You.
What are the most common problems you hear of why couples just end up saying, I cannot sleep in the same bed?
Too much light. Too little light, too much noise, not enough noise.
Yes.
Or especially if your partner's very restless or they have to get up and down maybe to use the restroom or to check on the kids, it can cause so many issues. Opposite sleep schedules, that's probably the most common. I tend to want to go to sleep super late. My husband goes to sleep super early. I wake up really early. He wakes up a little earlier. But yeah, it's one of those things where you just kind of have to figure it out for yourself. Now, my husband and I have been married for nearly 17 years.
Yay.
And during that time, it took us forever to figure out what works for us when it comes to getting our best sleep. I don't care. I was just talking about it with other guests. When you don't sleep well, it ruins everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
It really
and
does.
so it is so important. As sex positive as I am, I think sleep is more important. I really do in the grand scheme of things. Nobody who's exhausted from a lack of sleep ever is the best initiator, ever is the most enthusiastic. So we have to figure these things out in order to get to a better place.
Let's talk about some of those solutions and how we can practice better sleep hygiene. You would recommend then sleeping in separate rooms if it meant you get better sleep?
If you can't figure it out through these ways that I'm about to share, then absolutely sleep in separate rooms if that's what it means and that's what it takes. Most people are not having sex while they are asleep, so you can meet each other somewhere around the house. Practice better sleep hygiene. That means not drinking certain things, not caffeine, not maybe some people do like to take a cold shower or a hot shower and then it cools them off and they fall asleep. There are different routines that you can do to practice better sleep hygiene. That also means no blue light, no screen time, those sorts of things. You can Google that, you'll find it. You can also try sleeping in separate rooms. If that tends to work out better, go for that. Have a sleep study. I can't tell you how many people would benefit from knowing exactly what's going on for their brains and bodies when they're asleep.
Sometimes be covered by insurance, right? If you get if you have a diagnosis or, or a medical doctor is writing you.
Yes, and usually your partner's the first to tell you, hey, you don't sleep well, because you may not know whether it's something serious like sleep apnea or restless leg syndrome, or maybe you have sleep paralysis or nightmares every night. These are all things that you might not be aware of it being a problem, and your partner will be like, oh yeah, this is awful.
And a sleep app can also really wake you up to realizing that you're not getting enough sleep, or just not as much as you think you're getting.
Exactly.
Right?
So yeah, having a sleep app on your phone that can tell you, maybe it's connected or linked with a watch, or just, there are all sorts of devices that you can use in your room now. That app will give you information, and it's free usually, so check that out first. And I think it's just important, maybe even tell your partner or ask your partner, hey, how do you think I sleep? I feel like in the mornings I'm restless and I don't know why, or I have trouble waking up, or most days, just ask them. I'm sure they'll have lots of intel to give you that could be very useful. And again, if it comes to a time where you say, we should just do this separately, it's not anything against your relationship. You are not on the verge of actual divorce just because you decide to sleep divorce.
All right. Well, somebody might have to be on the couch. All right, Dr. V. Appreciate you.
Thank you.